guys, just doing a bit of a video to help in a scenario which I think anybody with a tandoor fears, which is the tandoor cracking. So it's exactly what's happened with mine. So I've actually repaired it, but I'm going to show you how I repaired it. I had a cook yesterday, and I noticed a big long crack all the way down here. I thought actually I'll use some tongs to show you. All the way down here and on the innards at the bottom. So a little bit annoyed, but I figured out what it was. So and to be honest with you, went against a little bit of my own advice. First things first, rapid heat can cause the tandoor to crack, so you always should build up the heat slowly. So there's two things I did wrong when I was cooking yesterday. I was actually making some naans on it, hence I was keen to get the temperature up. First thing I did was I used some coal, which I don't usually use. It's not my usual stuff. I'm not going to mention the brand because I've actually logged a long complaint with them, because the coal wasn't like usual coal that takes a bit of time to heat up. It literally was red hot within 6 or 7 minutes, which is very unusual for lumpwood. So I had rapid heat and I was using more than usual, and therefore it caused it to crack. So not to worry, what I did is this morning I used some fire cement. So I bought this from a store called Screwfix, which is quite popular in the UK, in England and Scotland, etc. However, I'm sure you can buy other brands. So I used some fire cement over the crack and some at the bottom there. So and the reason why I think it started to crack is I had charcoal against the innards of the wall. Now my charcoal normally doesn't sit at the innards of the wall because they sit on the terracotta plate, which is at the bottom there, and that takes the brunt of any hot coal. But obviously some must have hit the side there, and with the rapid heat from that new charcoal I used, which incidentally, the reason why I logged a complaint is it must have lasted about 20 minutes and then went out. So, you know, very, very poor stuff. So I won't be buying that again. Therefore, that's why I always recommend don't use instant light bags, don't use any accelerant, don't use any fuel like petrol or gasoline or anything like that. So yeah, so I'll put the fire cement on, quite a bit down there, and a line up here. I used my finger, went over it, and then what I did is I lit a fire, because this, as you see here, sets hard when heated. So I set a little fire, let that go, and it's nicely cured it. Then what I did is I took a scouring pad, went over it, made it nice and smooth, and then now using a cloth which has been submerged in salt water, give it a bit of a clean. So that is as good as new. So it'll probably happen to your tandoor at some point, and if it does, there's your quick solution. Obviously, if you have catastrophic cracking due to very, very excessive heat, then you may need to look at replacing your pots, or maybe even dismantling again and starting again, but hopefully that shouldn't happen. Remember, always start your fire slow, and just with a handful of bits of charcoal. I always recommend lumpwood, and then add to it once you've started the fire. Don't throw everything in one go. So that's just a very quick video on how to repair a crack. If you've got any questions, give me a shout, but as usual, please subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you've seen the other videos. Thanks guys.